This is Table Talk. My name is Rich Buhler, and it's Open Calls. Hi, you're on the air.
My name's Colleen, and I'm from New York.
Hi, Colleen.
Hi. Well, my problem is I have 3 children, and my oldest daughter is 9 years old, and I recently just met this man that I started dating, and last night we went over to my brother's to watch a football game, and she told my niece that she hated me and she hated this guy that I was seeing for no reason at all. And, you know, it just came out, and my brother called me last night and told me what, she had said. And I tried talking with her and asked her why she said that. And I said, why do you hate this guy that I'm seeing and me? And I'm going through a divorce right now. I'm almost divorced. And she says, I just want it to be the 4 of us, me and you and her 2 brothers. And she doesn't want me to see anybody, and she doesn't want a new daddy, and she's very upset about it. And I just find myself being very frustrated. In one breath, I'm very sympathetic to how she feels because of what she has been through and some things that she found out when my husband and I separated. And then on the other hand, I have someone in my life who I enjoy being with, and I don't know how to deal with the situation.
Well, Colleen, the fact that this came out in the way that it did and has initiated some conversations between you and your daughter is a good example or a good evidence to you of how much she's going through that you have not known.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the key to this. The key is not that you should never have somebody else in your life.
Mm-hmm.
The key is that your daughter, and hear me, okay, because kids don't show what they're going through in the ways that adults do. Your daughter is going through hell.
Mm.
That's the real theme of this. Your daughter is going through hell. In fact, this may even have been a trauma for her, and may in the process of being a trauma for her. But children, when they go through things like that, don't sit down and look at mom and say, I'm really depressed. They just live life the best they can. They go to school and they try to be what everybody expects them to be. Mm-hmm. Sometimes there's some evidence. Sometimes you'll see some changes in their behavior and so forth. But the thing that I would say to you is take it seriously. And I know you are. That's why you're calling. Mm-hmm. But take it even more seriously than you are. Your daughter is going through hell, industrial strength, capital letters, neon lights, certified. And this conversation that has taken place has been very, very good that it take place. There needs to be a lot more. And it's going to be easy for you to hear her and to have compassion for her, and then to get to the end of a conversation and say, yeah, but, yeah, but I like this guy and I need to have somebody else in my life. And you're right. And you don't have to apologize for having somebody that you love. But don't let that minimize what she's feeling. There need to be some conversations where you and your daughter can sit down and talk without you trying to counter her feelings or respond to her feelings or to defend your relationship with your boyfriend or anything like that. Mm-hmm. She needs to have the total welcome opportunity to be able to vent what she's feeling. Some of what she's feeling is the result of misunderstandings. Mm-hmm. Some of it, there's no misunderstanding at all. Mm-hmm. She's hurt. And understand this too, Colleen. There's this fascinating phenomenon in children that when they go through hell, they tend to feel responsible for it. Mm-hmm. They tend to feel that in some unlucky cosmic kind of way, this has happened to them because they are somehow eligible for it. Mm. And so you can see where, in addition to the understandable grief over a divorce, mm-hmm. and the understandable butterflies over some new person coming into your life, right. there would be the additional thing going on where she may, without putting it into words, actually be feeling like there's some cosmic responsibility on her part for the fact that it's even happening. Mm. And then you add to that the fact that she just simply is going through grief. I mean, nobody knows, except those who have gone through it and have become honest with themselves, how this can affect a person. So that's the bottom line. She needs to have a refreshing opportunity to be able to tell you things that are going to be tough for you to hear, and to be able to vent that. And you might even look around for some books that are for children who are going through divorce. You might look around. I know that some communities have workshops for families, entire families that are going through divorce, and sometimes even children. And at the very most, you might even find a counselor who deals with that kind of thing.
Right. I know I think I know what her biggest thing is. The man who I was married to that I'm getting a divorce with now, he is not her father.
Right.
And, but we have been together since she was 8 months old, and she is now 9 years old. And when I left in May, the kids and I left, I took a trip down to visit my parents down in Ohio, and I told Taryn the truth, that my husband was not her real father.
So she didn't know that?
No.
Oh my goodness, that's a trauma by itself, Colleen.
Yes, and she
Do you know that that's a
cried.
trauma?
Yes, I cried when I felt that she needed to know. And
You're absolutely right.
I prayed and I said, God, give me the words to say to her. And I told her, and she cried, and I said, please talk to me. Whenever you're feeling something, please talk to me. And I said, what are you feeling right now? And she said, I feel like nobody wants me.
Right.
My real father didn't want me, and now this man who wasn't even my father, he doesn't want me because he always neglected her. He never gave her love, the hugging, the physical love, and isn't hugging and kissing her. He only kissed her goodnight because it was habit.
Right.
But whenever he talked to her for the 5 years that I was married to him, it would always be something negative, that she was doing something wrong.
Listen, Colleen, you've got a girl who's got so many reasons for hurting that it's hard to comprehend. She had a father who did not nourish her. She found out at a very tender age that he was not even really her father, and she thought so all this time. Then he's gone. There's somebody new in your life. She's just really hurting badly. You know what she needs from you, Colleen, too? And by the way, I'm sure you know, it's not unusual for a child whose parent is considering a remarriage to feel unhappy about that, or to feel like, why can't we just be by ourselves? She really does need some one-on-one time with you, some intense one-on-one time. If I were you, how many children do you have? You say you have 3?
3.
Yeah, well, don't neglect any of them, but you know that she's hurting in some special ways. She needs the confidence of where she's going to fit in to this new season of Mommy's life. And I'd spend some one-on-one time with her. I'd take a weekend and go away with her somewhere just for the fun of it. And take her out some places with you. Just be together. It doesn't have to be Disneyland, but I mean just being together. I really would do that. She needs that nourishment right now. Bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your call.
Thank you.
This is Table Talk. My name is Rich Buhler, and it's Open Calls.